And today we're going to do a continuation of the video I did last week. I did a couple of index cards and made them into mixed media comic journal cards, and that's what we're going to do today. I have a couple here that I'm going to show you first that I've already done previously, and this is just a woman cut out, a vintage woman. And I put her on a background that I just made by making dots or circles. These are kind of like a medallion stamp. And I just put it at random on the back and then kind of smeared the color. This is a sticker. It looks like a postcard. And she must be expecting company because she's gotten flowers out. And she has a fork, knife, and spoon waiting. So this is my index card there. The other index card that I made off camera, I took a stamp. It was a mixed media stamp with all sorts of little things on it. And then on top of it, I stamped a woman, and I had a crown. So I thought I'd put the crown on the woman. And I put a little piece of cardstock here that had a clock on it. And this is my screen material again. I'm using a screen from a screen door. And I have a little saying here, do what you love. And then I had an extra bow. This stuff is where I have found odds and ends on my desk, and I've been collecting them in a box. And so I'm just trying to use them up in different ways. And this is just a sticker. It was stuck on something else, and I took it off and put it on here to kind of give it a little bling. And then I accented the edges of my index card with distressed ink. So let's see what we're going to do today. First, I'm going to get out an index card. I have one here that I put some washi tape on previously, and I'm just going to, what I was doing, I had trouble with the washi tape going very far without tearing. So I was just tearing out the small pieces and putting them on here till I got it where it would peel off in one large sheet. So this was just using up the washi tape and sticking it on a card. So I'm going to use this as a background, but I'm not sure exactly how yet. When I do these mixed media things, I don't really think about them. I just look around and see what I have that I can use. Okay, I have my index card. And again, I have the line up here to start your writing. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to let this be the top of my index card. I'm using ice spruce color on this. And I'm just going to do the edges on both sides. This is not a very dark green. It's more of a kind of a gray green. And I'm just going to smear a little bit on the side where the writing will be put, just to give it a little discoloration so it won't be quite so white. And again, I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to put right much of this peeled, it's called ice spruce, down at the bottom. Just going to kind of make me a little border down here. Next, I've had this piece of chipboard that's been sitting on my desk forever, and I think it's time to use it. So I'm going to put this on my index card. And for right now, I'm just going to kind of lay things on it to see how I want it to look. Okay, this is a cluster that I've made, and I thought maybe I might put that on the card, but it's a little big. Let's see. I have a piece of napkin that could go on here, and a book page. I like my book pages on my index cards. So we'll just kind of distress it a little bit. I may use it and I may not. We'll just see what happens. And the purpose of these cards is to not only give you a place to write, but so you can use up some of those odds and ends scraps. Let's see, I like that. I've got some music. We could put that back here. And let me see. I think, oh, I've got some words. Why don't we journey, explore, and remember. We'll do it in those three, in that order. Let me get out a acrylic block. This is the box I was putting a lot of my stuff in. I kind of showed you last week what all I had. Let's see. I'm gonna distress this just a little more at the top, so it'll show. And I'll get out my glue. And we're gonna put the writing on first, the book page. We'll put that there. And I'm gonna distress my music. I like putting pieces of sheet music on my mixed media. Put this up here. Now I've got my so-called grass down here. So I'm going to put my bicycle. This chipboard will give my card a little body. The index cards just aren't made anymore like they used to be. They used to be nice and sturdy, and these are really, really flimsy. You can't tell on that one now. See, they're really flimsy. So anything I can put on it to give it some body will help. Okay, now we're going to use my 3 words. So here are my 3 words, and let's see if that's going to fit. Oops. No, I'm going to have to put them closer. Like this. And they're too long to put on this way, so I'm going to put them on this way, and that will work. Now, to make them a little darker, I'm going to use walnut stain, and I'm going to stamp them in the walnut stain, and we'll see what happens. We'll put it like this. There we go. I like this just fine. I have not used a stencil, so I'm going to use a stencil right now. And I'm going to take my distress thing. Let's see what we have here. I've got barn door. We're going to use barn door for this, I think. And I'm just going to put a few flowers on here. Again, I'll change my little sponge pad. And we'll find the red one. Let's see what this one is. Barn door, and that's what we need. Okay, and I'm just going to make some small ones here, kind of hodgepodge. We'll just see what happens. They won't be perfect impressions. They'll just be kind of highlighted. Let's see. There we go. That looks great. I don't know what this stencil is called, and I'm not sure where I got it, but I've used it quite a bit, you can tell, and I don't wash it until it gets to the point you can't go into the small areas and work. Okay, I'm going to put some just one here where I'll be putting the napkin. And then I'm just going to put the napkin on here like this. If it sticks over the edge, that's fine for right now. You can always go back and cut off the part that sticks out. And we'll put a little around the edges to kind of seal it. Now, the napkin, I took the 2 layers off that were underneath the napkin. So this was a 3-ply, and I took the other 2 off before I tore out the butterfly. Okay, we have this done now. Next, I'm going to take my stamp, and I have here, and we have a little saying. I'm going to make sure I get it the right way. And we'll put it on here like this. And I'm going to trying to get it kind of straight on my acrylic block. I'm going to use my walnut stain because I want it to really show up. And we'll put it down like this. Let's see what we get. Okay, the perfect journey is circular, the joy of departure and the joy of return. Okay. Now, the reason I call these mixed media is because I have a stencil, I have a distress ink, I have a stamp, I have a napkin, and I need to trim my napkin because it's sticking over the edge. And this napkin should stay on with the gesso underneath it. And if it looks like it's going to come off, I'll just smear a little more around the edge to hold it down. Like here, in this particular spot, needs to be pushed down. Cut this little bit of napkin off. Okay, and here is my second index card that I've made today. So let's see what we have. Let me move some things around and we'll see what we have. Prior to today's video, I did this one. I made this one with a stamp. Here two from my previous videos. I had made this one by stamping a medallion in the background and putting a couple of stickers on it. I did this one with a book page, music, chipboard, a couple stamps, and all of them I distressed the edges. And this one I did with a napkin, a stencil, and a stamp. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did and did not see the first video last week, please go back and look at it. I will have the link to it in the description. And if you will, please come back and see me again. Next week is going to be something entirely different, and I hope it's something you will like. And don't forget, if you will, please subscribe to my channel. And have a great crafting week. Bye.